And I think a lot of fans look at it that way, which is going to build to a lot of fans, watching the event itself and people traveling to see the events, and they're going to fill that place up.
Now, speaking of Kenny Omega, Ring of Honor will be coming to Florida. You've got Saturday, November 11th in Fort Lauderdale, War Memorial Auditorium, and then Sunday, November 12th in Lakeland. And Kenny Omega is going to be part of this as well. So you're going to have Cody, the world champ for Ring of Honor, Kenny Omega. So much talent. The Young Bucks, Motor City Machine Guns, on and on and on. What are your thoughts of Kenny joining this part of Ring of Honor, this part of their tour?
I think anytime he, the United States champion that Kenny is, I think anytime he joins the fray, it's exciting for just a wrestling fan, yes, but there's kind of this underlying thing. It's not really underlying anymore. This brewing group within the Bullet Club, which is being the elite group, the group that does Being the Elite, the YouTube series, and Kenny's a massive part of that, being that he's one of the elite. So when you get Matt and Nick Jackson, when you get Hangman Page, when you get Marty, when you get myself, when you get Kenny, when we all get together, it's the only thing, and I didn't say this, Matt Jackson said it, so I'm crediting him. The only times we've all been together, it's very much felt like a boy band, and a very popular boy band at that. We just did a signing for the brand new storefront in Chicago, 1 hour tees, and I've been to big signings with WWE and such, but this was, a line legitimately wrapped around several blocks. And it just was a really great feeling. That to me is, like I stated early on, Ring of Honor, that's one thing they do better than anyone else, is the fan experience. You get the opportunity to meet most of the guys you want to meet before the bell even rings. And it's just, it gives you more than is listed on the bill. And yeah, this particular loop coming up with Fort Lauderdale and Lakeland and the matches they have, these will be sure to be remembered.
Oh, you mentioned fans and lining up. There's going to be meet and greets prior to the show in both Fort Lauderdale and Lakeland, and you're going to be part of that, and Kenny will be, and the Young Bucks. Give us a little more sense of what's that like. Fans are going to be able to get some photos, autographs. There are fees involved. But what is that like when you get to, before the show, get to meet the fans?
To me, sometimes that is an even more important part of the experience than the show itself to the fans. And then when you can put a show that no one can compete with on top of that, it's just you're doubling down on it. I don't see any promotion that does it like Ring of Honor in terms of being able to meet almost the entire crowd. And a lot of times we go over time in terms of myself and the Young Bucks. We've had to, it's not just before the show. We've had to come back at intermission. A few times we've also had to come back afterwards. The greatest thing about this group of guys that I'm paired with right now is none of them are sour. None of them are sour. Everybody wants to meet all their fans. They want to meet all their fans, and that's always just how I've been, no matter where I've been. It was how I was raised, and I think fans get a great kick out of it. Nothing is rushed, and everybody gets a good experience, and then you just get to sit down and see it all go down and see the music get played.
There are a couple ways to go here with Ring of Honor, and I'll go this route. In Fort Lauderdale, you got a title match against Rocky Romero.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts of that matchup between you and Rocky?
Rocky is one of the better ring generals today in the industry. He's had a storied career that some might have not, seen the story because some might not have been as dialed into New Japan Pro Wrestling as they are today. And for me, this is one I've been looking forward to for a while. The idea that I respect Rocky a lot as a veteran, as a performer, and the matches him and Trent had with the Young Bucks over the past few years. So this means a lot. But still, Rocky to me is 100% a junior
Now, Cody, all of this is building up for Ring of Honor Final Battle, December 15th, New York City, Manhattan, the Hammerstein Ballroom. What can you tell us about getting ready for that event and then that event in general?
Well, I mean, Final Battle is Ring of Honor's premier event. It's the show you desperately want to be on, and you want to be on in a premium spot, a spot that could go on marquee. So last year I walked into Final Battle an outsider, and I told them I'm going to give them the biggest buy rate they've ever had in the history of the company. And I'm sure other people could share in the credit with me, but I'm going to go ahead for my purposes and take the credit entirely and say, hey, I did that. This year I walk in, I'm not an outsider. I'm under contract now. Ring of Honor's most generous offer they'd ever made, and I'm their world champion. So this is just a feather in my cap. It feels like, and no pun intended, Dalton Castle being the guy going to be standing across from me. This is a feather in my cap. This is an event I get a headline for a company that's trending upwards at a ridiculous rate, and to do it in New York City, the hardest market there is, the absolute hardest market there is, and I've always had great luck and great chances there, and I'm looking forward to it. The show itself is very much, Final Battle means a lot to Ring of Honor fans, and I'm glad that more casual wrestling fans have tuned in to Ring of Honor for the first time. If this is their first Final Battle, they're going to love it.